Coming up in this video, content marketing strategies and planet of the apps. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, Mac here. So Apple just recently announced that they'll be doing this reality show called Planet of the Apps. To be honest, it's pretty interesting because it's similar to here in the UK, we've got Dragon's Den, where entrepreneurs go and pitch their ideas to a panel of successful millionaires and business owners. So I think it's also similar to Shark Tank. I think that's an American version of it. So this one is to do with apps. So pretty much you go in there with your app idea, and then the panel decides whether they need to invest in that idea or not. So in terms of the strategy, I think it's fantastic. And for us small business owners and entrepreneurs, we need to take a lesson from this, because what Apple has done is taken that idea of targeting as much eyeballs as possible to increase their subscriber base on the Apple Music. So Apple Music on its own is not attracting much. So we need something, or they need something that really attracts more eyeballs. So by introducing this program, and to be fair, when I first heard the name, I thought the name was a bit not very good because it sounded like the movie Planet of the Apes. So I wasn't sure about the name, but having looked at the preview of the actual program that they'll be airing, it is very interesting and I can see myself watching that. But on the grand scheme of things, you can imagine how much that's going to boost the Apple Music subscriptions. Why? Because they have something that attracts people to come and watch. Now, I don't even know why Apple was late to this game, because to me, it's pretty straightforward. If you're a small business owner or a business, if you want to attract people to your services or your products, of course, you have to provide content which is valuable, or provide entertainment so people can come to your brand, and that's your brand awareness. That's your bait to get people to come to your products or services. So with Apple having all that money, I'm really surprised that they're only starting to do that now. In fact, I would even go a step further and say Apple needs to buy something like a Netflix. With all that money they have, they can afford it. So imagine if they bought Netflix and they have that under their brand. That will definitely attract a lot of people to Apple Music, or whatever they're going to call it, because Apple has over 1 billion devices, and this content will be very, very easy to access. So if they had the same subscription system as Netflix has, which is about, I think it's £7 a month or something, and that will be Apple subscription to iTunes or Apple Music, that will be crazy amazing. They will get a lot of subscriptions just by making that move, because they already have the platform, so they don't need to do much. They have the platform and they have the devices, so it will be very, very easy for a lot of people to subscribe to that. Now let's take a look at one other option that Apple could go. They could actually go in and buy Disney, right? And then just contract people to make original content that needs to come on the platform. So those are my thoughts, and I think that'll be a great strategy for Apple to do. Now, to see if that strategy works, let's take a look at Amazon. Now, I was a big fan of Top Gear here in the UK. I think a lot of you may know Top Gear. It's a car program, but it was very, very popular here in the UK. Now, obviously, things happened with the BBC, and Jeremy Clarkson the whole team had to part ways with BBC. So what Amazon did is they brought those guys in to basically repackage that car show, but under Amazon. And of course, Amazon hasn't produced the figures of how many subscriptions they got from that or how many people were watching it. But I can assure you that the reviews that the Grand Tour got was phenomenal. If we look at Twitter and even on their own Amazon website, the views are very high, and I've watched it as well. So Amazon has actually used the Grand Tour, which is the program, the car program, to attract people to subscribe more. And they even mentioned in their press release that the subscriptions were phenomenal. So this is one of those ways that you can actually attract customers or people to come to your brand or to your products or services. Give them something of value, and then in return, point them towards your products or services. Now, as a small business owner or an entrepreneur, we need to take a look at these strategies and in some way apply them into our business. And how can we do this? Well, it's very simple. If you're a company that sells, say, makeup products, all you have to do is to think about the eyeballs idea. You need a lot of eyeballs to your videos or your content. So create content that provides value. And these are, like right now, I think video is working very well. Provide a lot of videos where you're giving a lot of tips on how to use the makeup. So when people watch these videos on how to put on your makeup and different types of makeup and all of that, they then get used to you, the company, for creating that content. And then it's very easy now for you as a subscriber to turn into a customer, because this brand is in your face. They're trusted now because you see them. They provide value. So it's easy for you to buy. Now, if you take a look at Apple, if they try to sell that subscription on its own and just say buy without providing value, guess what? People are not interested. I mean, the world has changed. The world of marketing has changed. You need to be out there giving value. You need to be out there as the brand ambassador to let people know what your product is about. Give a lot of value, and then in return, people will actually buy your product. Okay, so that's all I had today, and I hope you like this video. Give me your thoughts on Planet of the Apps and also any content marketing strategies that you may have. Until next time, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and also go to mac.live. By subscribing there, you'll be notified when I produce new videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you soon.